have no thoughts, and this is one of them. I will never befriend a penguin. I will not be bitten by a snake. I will not be struck by lightning. I will not be touched by God. I will not be a matchmaker's match. I do not have to be traded for livestock. I do not have to take part in any rituals. I do not have to wear traditional tattoos. I do not have to chant for rain. I will not chant for luck and riches. I will not offer food, incense, small, medium, or large animals. I will not lose control. I will not be responsible. I do not want to support ignorance. I will never dress up for dinner. I do not have to follow the footsteps of others. I will never cross the ocean in a tiny boat. I will never have to wear a tie. I will not be the queen of the ball. I will not be hanged. I will not be trapped. I will not give up. I will not give in. I will never give enough. I will never give less. I will not quit. I will never take a stand. I will not be thrown away. I will not be ignored. I will not be happy for a while. I will not be hungry for a while. I will not laugh for a while. I will not be pleasant for a while. I will not tell jokes. I will not believe you. I will not feel like doing anything. I will not leave my house. I do not feel like talking. I am not feeling sorry for myself. I am not offended. I am not in a bad mood. I will not open my curtains. I will not let on I am home. I will not be depressed. I will not like my neighbour as I like myself. I will not be forgiving. I do not want to silence my freedom of speech. I do not have to form an opinion. I will never have only one opinion. I will have no conversations about laundry. I will not discuss jewellery with my friends. I will not remember my birth. I will not remember my first day at school. I do not remember your face. I will not talk the whole evening about my illness or the illnesses of my friends. I do not have to be kept prisoner. I do not have to marry a rich friend of my father's. I will not be considered impure because I have my period. I will not be impure because I am sick. I will not be censured. I do not have to flee from violence. I do not have to flee from flood. I will not die before I am 45. I will not be abused because of my race. I do not have to fear landmines. I do not have to fear starvation. My crops will not be destroyed by fire. I will not be eaten by a lion. I will not get diphtheria because of filthy drinking water. I do not have to watch my children being dismembered. I will not be forced to show my hair in public. I will not be allowed to hide my face. I do not have to hide my body. I do not want to be measured by my weight. I do not want to be measured by the shape of my face. I will not be decapitated for adultery because my neighbour raped me. I will not be orphaned because of AIDS. I do not like to work on Mondays. I do not want to celebrate Christmas. I do not want to stay idle on holidays. I do not want to go on organised trips. I do not want to go on vacation. I will never get stuck in an airport. I do not want to lose time buying groceries. I do not want to be cleaning. I do not want anybody else to clean up after me. I do not want to clean up after anybody else. I will not be buried in an anonymous grave. I do not have to shave my armpits. I will not do full frontal nudity. I will not get lost in the jungle. I will not get lost in the desert. I will not be raised by wolves. I will never have to perform circumcision. I do not have to climb the Golden Mountain. I will not live in a caravan. I do not have to find a system. I do not have to support a system. I do not have to pay the price. I will not take a hint. I will never have a career. I will never join a group. I will never acquire a look. I will never be in love. I will never survive. I will never be a man. I will never desire what I have. I will never have less than I need. I will never desire what I don't have. When I die, I will not be neatly folded. My arms will not be folded. My fingers will not be tangled. My legs will not be crossed. It took me a lifetime to uncross them. My mouth will not be closed. My eyes will not be shut. When I die, I will not be remembered long. I will not be remembered kindly. I will not be thought of with fondness. When I die, water will not ripple. Eyes will not be raised. News will not be made. I will not have any influence on statistics. I will not perish successfully. I do not want to save the world. I do not want to save me. I do not want to be saved. I do not want to dominate. I do not want to win. I do not want to be dominated. I do not want to lose. I will not live until the end of my life. I will not be afraid of you. I will not be the beginning of generations to come. I will not be a compromise. I will not fear traffic. I will not fear truth. I will not fear pain. I will not fear lies. I will not fear injustice. I will not fear agony of others. I will not fear nature. I will not fear the city. I will not fear people. I will not fear petty crime. I will not fear major crime. I will not fear abuse. I will not fear trust. I will not fear bugs as in insects or as in computer viruses. I will not get lost. I will not lose myself. I am not afraid of forgetting. I am not afraid of remembering. I am not afraid of knowing. I am not afraid of knowledge. I will not be afraid of getting sick. I will not be afraid of getting sick all over someone. I will not be afraid of losing my teeth. I will not be afraid of losing my hair. I will not be afraid of getting old. I will not fear losing bladder control. I will not be afraid of getting crushed by something very big. I will not be afraid of getting crushed by someone very big. I will not stop working when I am 65. I will not stop until I am stopped. I will not own a cat that caught 176 mice. I will never kill a deer. I will never chop off the head of a turkey. I will never catch a puffin. I will never take a photograph of people in alphabetical order. I will never take a photograph of people ordered by height. I will never order people. I will never be able to start all over again. I do not want it to be up to me. I do not want it to be up to us. I do not want it to be up to you. I will never be a natural rebel. I will never willingly rip the toilet paper outside of the perforated lines. I will never cross the street when the little man is red. I will never spontaneously step onto the grass in the park. I do not need to touch everything that is cute. I do not want to conquer anything that is tall. I do not want to climb buildings. I do not need to base jump. I do not need to jump bungee. I do not need to skydive. I will never need a parachute. I do not need to be in control. I will never prefer dog to man. I can never remember left from right. I do not really know right from wrong. I never know if a screw turns left or right. I do not want to screw anyone. I will not adjourn a meeting. I will never endure. I will never stop fearing the truth. I will never stop fearing lies. I will never become a fanatic. I will never be the same. I will not be televised. I will not speak the unspeakable. I will not love you anymore. I will never touch you anymore. I will not stroke you anymore. I will not miss you anymore. I will never wait for you anymore. I will never taste your taste. I will never smell your smell. I will never feel the pain. I will never kiss you. I will never make a trip with you. I will never look for you. I will not want you. I will not need you. I will not long for you. I will not walk beside you. I will never walk in a parade. I will never walk alone. I will not honour the unknown soldier. I will not honour race. I will not honour countries. I will not salute flags. I will not accept ownership. I will not be owned. I will not own another person. I will not stop changing. I will never stop trying. I will never understand. I do not have to hide. I do not like to be spied on. I do not want to be examined. I will not comply. I will not be intimidated. I will not leave the sidelines. I do not think you noticed. I will not receive additional funding. I will not move large amounts of money from one account to the other. I will not be good enough. I will never be strong enough. I will never be weak. I will never find it simple. I will never be your saviour. I will never be the only one having this problem. I will not repair your computer. I do not want to invade your privacy. I will not be curious. I do not like the heat of the sun. I do not like sweaty hands. I do not like swollen ankles. I do not like the tiredness. I do not want to hunt. I will not be in the line of fire. I will not have to step down. I will not have to abdicate. I will not be impeached. I do not like white beaches. I do not have one favorite book. I do not have one favorite film. I will not be more than temporary and past. I will not face a criminal charge. I will not predict leadership. I will not predict the future. I will not think it could not happen. I will not die without a microwave. I do not think my life will be more meaningful if I own an electric ice cream maker. I will not carry excess baggage. I will not be able to travel light. I will never catch on. I will never make it. I will never sell my soul. I will never be free. I will never understand what it means. I will never be open. I will never be secure. I will never get it. I will not fade away. I will never recover. I will never time travel. I will not return to the past. I am never going to fix it. I will not be accomplished. I will not be a standard feature. I will never be a rich country. I will never meet the fat lady who sings when it's over. I will never forget the journey to Canterbury. My genitals will not be mutilated with a blunt and filthy knife. I will not be cut up without anesthetics. I will not scream backwards because it hurts so much. I will not be bandaged with a filthy cloth. I will not be delirious with fever for 2 weeks because of infection. I will not be unable to enjoy sexual pleasure for the rest of my life. I will not be ripped open by penetration. I will not make a spectacle of myself. I will not be sorry for seducing you. I will never understand enough to make you understand. I do not know enough to make you see. I do not know how to share the beauty of parallel lines. I do not know how to make you hear almost non-existent sounds. I do not know how to explain the overpowering importance of the subtlest of subtle changes. I am not capable of showing the beauty of white on white. I am not capable of sharing the force of infinity. I cannot explain how the infinite same equals the infinite different. I cannot explain endless space. I cannot explain vastness of nothing. I cannot understand that in the perspective of all things it does not matter. I cannot understand that at the same time it is all that matters. I cannot make you understand that there is no us and them. I do not know how to exist. I do not know how to make choices. I do not want to make choices. I do not want to find a place. I will never have one identity. I will never have one goal. I do not want to have a goal. I do not want to decide. I will never be fully prepared as to what is expected of me. I will not be going away. I will not run. I will not discuss matters. I will not be swayed. I will never be error-free. I will not call my mother for recipes. I will not phone Pakistan for instructions. I will not spell check my text messages. I will not take the train back home in order to make sure I turned off the coffee machine. I will not double check the locks on the front door. I will not try to turn off my mobile phone more than once before the start of a performance. I will not remove everything from my fridge because one or two things have gone past their sell-by date by a day or so. I will not panic because I have swallowed a fly while riding my bicycle. I will not lose my temper because you always need to do something else first when dinner is ready. I will not be annoyed because you keep on changing our appointments. I will not expect to get a present on my birthday. I do not expect you to know what I want. I will not cook for 10 when I know only 2 people are coming. I will not be disappointed because there are leftovers. I will not be worried because I have no money left and the month has barely begun. I will not feel disorientated and nervous every time my period is about to start. I will not start crying over nothing. I will not be embarrassed if I stay in a strange bed. I will not be surprised when I do not recognize my own reality. I will not be surprised when it changes several times a day. I will not be scared when I lose my bearings. I will not be scared when I lose my role. I will not be lost when I fall out of character. I will not get carried away when I find I fit. I do not have a little tattoo that says, "Made in China." I will not be embarrassed when, in my dream, I cannot find a clean toilet and behind the tree in the woods turns out to be in the middle of my bed. I will not wake up screaming when, in my dream, I fall from a window and have to fall over and over because the window is not high enough. I will not be scared when the elevator moves up and down and sideways and enters other buildings and stops in between floors while a fierce storm is blowing and I cannot recognize where I am. I will not be embarrassed when I trip over a loose stone in the pavement. I will not feel disgusted when my shoe meets a fresh pile of dog shit. I will not feel silly when I knock over a glass of beer because I'm drunk. I will not hurt myself when I fall over trying to get my boots off. I will not be ashamed because I cannot remember parts of the conversation. I will not feel embarrassed about the parts I do remember. I will not be able to get out of bed. I will never drink again. I will never be counted as a casualty. I will never hurt you intentionally. I will never mind a complex problem. I will never be addicted to games. I will never have mass consumer appeal. I will never go bankrupt. I will never handle firearms. I will never play the trumpet. I will never count sheep to fall asleep. I will not let my guard down. I will not regard my having no money as being poor. I will never cease to wonder. I will not work on a comeback. I will not go away. I will never be replaced. I will not come again. I will not accept barbaric acts. I will not be notified. I will not yell. I will not howl. I will never hoot. I will not be barked at. I will not be sniggered at. I will not squeak. I will not mutter. I will not grumble. I will not need to clear my throat before I speak. I will not be a Sagittarius. Today, I will not have an encounter with a promising man. Today, I do not have to be open to romantic surprises. I do not have to be wary of risky money transactions. I will not have to deal with the envy of my colleagues at work. I will never be bothered by predictions. I will never be a victim. I will never burn books. I will not accuse. I will not be accused. I do not need your help. I will not be intimidated by loudness. I will not fear chaos. I will not lose my mind. I do not want to go diving in the Great Barrier Reef. I do not want to go on safari in Kenya. I will not put all my savings towards the first civilian space journey. I am not going to save the white tiger. I will not spare the spider that wants to share my apartment in the autumn. I do not need to see the Taj Mahal. I do not need to see the pyramids. I will not sell my body to tourists. I will not sell sex to soldiers. I will not be forced to. I do not want to be a tourist. I will not be a tourist in my own life. I do not remember who you are. I do not remember where we met. do not remember what we did. I do not remember your name. I cannot place your face. I will not be able to receive you. I will not be stopped by a glass ceiling. I might never reach it. I do not want to move to Switzerland. I will not be allowed to. I will not be accepted. I do not have enough life savings. I will not have my arse examined to see if I am smuggling diamonds. I will not have my stomach x-rayed to search for drugs. I do not know how to swim. I am not able to drive a car. I cannot give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I cannot make fire. I do not know how to search for water. I do not know how to set a broken limb. I do not know how to stay calm. I will not know how to stay. I will not know what to do. I do not know how to deal with disaster. I will not be able to stop the bleeding. I will not be able to reassure. I will not know how to comfort. I will not be afraid to hold your hand. I will not be fainting. I will not be able to sleep. I will not be able to speak. I will not forget the scavenging dogs. I will not forget they are people too. I will never hear the screams of panic. I will never hear its silence. I will never taste the smell of rotting bodies. I will never taste the smell of burning flesh. I will never lose the rest of my family. I have never been in danger. I have never been in shock. I do not have to run for my life. I will never see a head with a blown-off face. I will never be identified by my dentist's work. I do not understand how sports always comes next. I do not want to be in the right place at the right time. I will not make the right move. I will not squander water. I will not squander food. I will not squander money. I will not squander love. I will not squander friendship. I will not squander tears. I will not squander sympathy. I will not squander confidence. I will not squander goodwill. I will not squander self-esteem. I will not squander care. I will never be carefree. I do not want to be too careful. I do not want to marry. I will never have children. I will not found a family. I will not regret solitude. I do not want understanding. I do not want it to be yours. I will not found a self-help group. I will never preside over a foundation. I will not pull your leg. I will not cost an arm and a leg. I will not come cheap. I do not want to be immortal. I do not believe forever. I do not mind leaves falling. I do not mind decay. I do not want to preserve. I do not want the earth to stop turning. I do not want to change the direction of time. I do not need to keep eternal. I do not need, it will never change. I do not want to stop evolution. I will not blame youth. I will not create an idol. I will not support a goddess. I will never shoot a lame horse. I will not be just a woman. I was never just a girl. I will not provide you with excuses. I will not try to change your mind. I will not be finished. I will not be done. I will not. I will not be finished. I will not be done. I won't.